Hello and welcome to day 3 of Video Game Choo Choo's Game of the Year podcast. I'm your host, John. With me, as always, are Michael.
Hi.
And Niall.
Hello.
With a special guest, Mike Casamano.
Wubba lubba dub dub!
Now, I know this might be a little meta here, but I went to a convention over the weekend, and there were so fucking many Rick and Mortys, and none of them are good.
I mean, that's a subtitle for cosplay in general, at tiny conventions. Yep.
Yeah, it was basically just a bunch of dudes and their slightly shorter friends going around, and everyone who was Rick was just Morty, we have to go to this panel, Morty, it was the worst fucking thing in the world. I was like, oh my god, just fucking say your sentence and be done with it.
How many of them were openly drinking?
None of them.
Oh, well then that's the worst Rick and Morty cosplay.
And all the Mortys were just alright. They weren't even doing anything. All the Ricks were just and the Morty's alright, sure, whatever, dude.
John, I feel like you just go was most of the things you uttered during your time in California.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, no, because see, the thing is that you just saw me
during
my private time. Because usually,
I don't want that.
No, listen, normally,
it was very large.
Normally when I'm just home, I'll just fucking be so bored. I'll just be I'll just make noises and shit. And that's how I got so good at making noises, because I'll just be I'm just fucking. I practice.
What is this podcast?
Will sometimes does that unprompted.
He'll just go. Whoa! Good. I'm glad that I left my mark.
Try to do
Yeah. Hey.
Anyway, that's going to be John when Undertale gets voted worst game. So
absolutely, it will be. Yes, it will be. Yes, it will be.
What is this podcast?
Good.
It is about to actually be the day 3 categories that we have chosen.
Hold on, let me get my mouth nice and wet.
Niall literally edited.
Oh god!
Right.
I'm gonna keep that in. That's disgusting.
No. Niall, actually leave that out and just edit in some. No, you seriously can't leave that in. I don't want to give anyone who has mouth smacking problems
Oh, it sounded like
leave the conversation in, but take out the noises. So when I do stuff like this.
Take it out. Seriously, take it out. I'm not kidding.
Take it out, but leave us talking about it.
All right.
It's like an air of mystery.
That might be funnier. That'll probably be funnier.
This is killing me. This is killing me.
Just put in a car horn or something All right.
There are vultures circling me.
Okay, let's actually talk about the fucking Game of the Year, okay? Our 4 categories that we will be going over today are Best Moment, Scene, or Level, Best Writing, Best Written Character, and hang on, let me read what y'all wrote this on the doc. Character most similar to nails on a chalkboard.
I can't believe that actually made it to the recording stage.
I mean, I don't know, because we'll get to exactly what we mean for that bit, because we kind of tweaked that. I think we actually had a worst character last year.
Yeah,
but we tweaked it a little bit because we didn't want to. We'll get to that.
Yep.
So let's start off with Best Moment, Scene, or Level. This one is going to be the long one.
And
this is going to be the long one.
Yeah, if you've gotten to this far and you don't know these next 2 podcasts for sure, today and tomorrow, it's spoilers.
Yeah, especially this segment right here. This is going to be spoiler central.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about big spoilers for all the games that came out this year.
Yeah.
So, please, I appreciate that you downloaded this, but if you have a specific game that you feel like you're going to play and you don't want to get spoiled, skip the podcast, wait until you finished it, and then listen to us talk about it. If you
if you're worried about spoilers for Tomb Raider, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
There are some games we just did not get to.
Yeah. So,
side note, Tomb Raider's fucking dope.
All right. Let's go through this big ass list. We have the Her Story twist, the Quiet Sniper Battle from Metal Gear Solid 5, the Crib from Sonic Dreams Collection. Dating Papyrus in Undertale, the Mettaton EX boss fight, also from Undertale, the big twists in Metal Gear Solid 5, Escaping a Prison from Prison Architect. Just Hoth from Battlefront. Okay. The Bloody Baron quest line from The Witcher 3. Chloe's request to be euthanized from Life is Strange. There you go. We're getting spoilers in here. Talking Kate down from Life is Strange. Priscilla's lute playing from The Witcher 3. Reuniting with Ciri from The Witcher 3. Random encounter expositions from Undertale. The Sands fight from Undertale. The Brotherhood of Steel arrival from Fallout 4. Batman going crazy from Batman Arkham Knight. The Joker's finale from Arkham Knight. Oracle from Arkham Knight. Reese choking out a bandit from Episode 1 of Tales from the Borderlands. The Mech from Episode 5 from Tales from the Borderlands. Cutting Scooter loose from Episode 4 from Tales from the Borderlands. Riding the Missile in Just Cause 3. Almagam from Undertale. And Finger Gun Battle from Episode 4 of Tales from the Borderlands. That is 25 moments, and I would like to ask you fine folks if there are any you feel like we're missing before we begin.
No, and I also have a way that I think we can trim down this list fast,
too.
but I will wait until you guys... Does anyone have any more they want to add?
But I think I might be thinking what you're thinking as far as trimming this list goes.
Right. I think two things. I think number one, none of us played the Sands fight, and it is thus ineligible.
Dude.
Yeah.
No,
Because that seems like it sucks shit to actually play.
That's such a fucking good part, though. I don't know, like...
It is a great part to watch.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know. Like, I think that, like, that's kind of... I mean, if you're going to argue that, like, oh, it's not fun to do, so we shouldn't... It's not actually good, even though that's, like, kind of part of it, because it's punishing you for taking... Like, because you're basically taking the easy way out in that game, and so it's like, oh, you're going to try to just blow through this and be a fucker. Well, guess what? I'm going to be a fucker right back, and it's going to be 10 times worse. Like,
I mean, that's kind
think...
of not true, because, like, in the genocide run, you have to, like, actively, like, hunt down monsters to kill.
It's not that hard, actually. Like, speed runs of Undertale are genocide runs.
Huh.
Yeah. So it's actually faster to do a genocide run.
Well, what was the fast way to trim this list down before we get bogged down?
I was going to say...
I think there should be one thing per game.
One thing per game.
That's fine.
Pick the best thing from each game that has multiples and go from there.
So then I say we go like game by game, where there are like a ton of like nominations per game, and sort of like trim it down.
All right, all right. Let's do this in order. Let's start with Phantom Pain, because I know y'all are gonna want to. Undertale might be a little bit, and honestly, it's like it's not because I'm like, oh, I got Undertale. Like, I kind of want to just like feel for what y'all think is actually a really good part from Undertale.
Sure,
right.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Just to see, you know, like what to trim it down. All right, so let's do MGS 5 first. We have Quiet Sniper Battle. We have the big twists. And that's it. So we have 2 from MGS 5.
Well, hey, let me make this like way easy for you. I don't think either of them make it.
Yeah, I don't think I can make it either. I love the setup for the Quiet Sniper Battle, but like the actual fight itself, I thought was underwhelming.
I don't like the Quiet Sniper Battle at all. I thought it was boring, and the twists in Metal Gear are interesting, but we're never gonna get another Kojima Metal Gear, so they mean nothing.
Okay. Yeah, like, if it was... Okay, like, I mean, do you want to, like, elaborate on what the twists are for people who, like, don't care and just want to hear the spoiler?
Sure. The big twist in all of Metal Gear is that you are not playing as the original big boss. At the very beginning when you're in the hospital, he gets away. He's off doing shady stuff, building the real mother base. You have been given plastic surgery to look like him. That's why you're called Venom Snake. That's why people think it's called Metal Gear Solid V and not an actual 5, because none of the others use Roman numerals. So you were essentially a faux big boss sent out to distract the people who think you're real. And at the very, very end of Chapter 2, or whatever you want to call that second ending, at the very end, it shows you, Venom Snake, the fake big boss, looking in a mirror at the end of Metal Gear when Solid Snake goes and kills you. So it retcons the original game by saying you did not kill the real big boss, you killed some fake guy, and kind of put some more pieces back together of those original games in these batshit crazy games. I thought it was a cool moment, but I also don't give a flying shit about the I actually had a conversation the other day trying to explain to somebody that the mother base in Metal Gear Solid 5 isn't the real one. And when I was telling them that, they just stopped listening. They're like, dude, I don't fucking care anymore. They're like, yeah, okay, sure. You shouldn't. I think it's interesting. I don't fucking think it hangs on this list.
Sure. Okay. Man, I want to wait to do the Unkill stuff because it's a lot. I'm sorry. Let's do Witcher 3 because there's not as much for there. For The Witcher 3, we have the Bloody Baron questline, Priscilla's lute playing, reuniting with Ciri, and that's it.
I think out of these, the Bloody Baron questline is the one to pick.
Yeah.
It represents that game the best.
Yeah.
I really liked when he found Ciri, though.
I did too, and I thought the lute playing scene was pretty good, but yeah.
It's pretty good, but I don't know if it hangs.
I think that questline is a good example of what that game is.
Yeah, just because there's this whole to explain what that questline is, you are tasked with finding the Bloody Baron's wife and daughter, but then it turns out that the Bloody Baron is really abusive, and the whole questline is you're helping him, but at the same time Geralt doesn't really give him any he doesn't excuse his actions. He's like, look, I'm gonna go talk to your wife and daughter, I'm gonna go see what's up, but you did this, you need to take responsibility for your actions. You need to realize that they're not going to come back to you if they don't want to.
And he does, and that's what's kind of interesting.
He's a very he's a black and white figure. Not he is both a good guy or is trying, and then when he's at home alone, he's a fucking drunkard and an abuser. He is such a divisive character.
Yeah.
And the way it intertwines with the larger scheme of that world, in terms of the crones and the wild hunt, and sort of how all that stuff melds together perfectly with this weird grody folklore edition. It's sublime in a lot of ways.
It feels natural.
Yeah.
And a lot of those RPGs, when they give you a world and it's so big, but it's but everyone's met this same fucking dude over here. How did they meet him? And they say, well, yeah, because those are three witches and they control this entire area, and you're a witch hunter or you're a monster hunter, so of course you're gonna meet the craziest shit. So it actually kind of all makes sense within their world. And in most RPGs, you're just how did we all end up on the same planet together?
Right. In a game
because the
Skyrim,
writer wrote that way.
Right. In a game like Skyrim as well, all this stuff is very sequestered. Where this crazy quest line has nothing to do with this crazy quest line, but you can see all the points where they might interact. And having that interaction made manifest in the Bloody Baron quest line speaks to that game at its
and
best.
That quest line also, the way
Definitely.
it branches into other things, it's what introduces you to a whole separate quest line with Kira and the whole Peller stuff. Those are two separate quest lines that spread out from the Bloody Baron quest line.
And you meet that little nymph dude who...
Oh, Uma.
Yeah, who comes in later. All that stuff kind of was really neat. And you even heard, about the witches through, that they would cut off your ears, and, you'd find candy in the woods, and that would... and because you could read, notices, and the notices would say, don't eat candy in the woods. And I remember reading that and going, oh, that's cute. That's cute that they wrote that. And then you eventually, when you discover the crones, you see candy strung up near their village. It's oh, that's creepy as fuck.
And it's a cool way to kind of reference fairy tales at the same time. It's really cleverly written.
It's supernatural. It's super space natural world building, and it's also just neat to tie into fairy tales that we are, that we recognize.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we'll go with the Bloody Baron quest line for that category.
Yeah.
I think of the Arkham Knight stuff, that'll probably be pretty easy to just
Yeah,
boil
this
down
is
to
not
the
a challenge.
It's just the Joker bit, yeah. That's all I could like. I don't know who the fuck put the Oracle thing on there. That was one of the worst parts of that game.
I did because I actually like that part.
I think it fucking sucks. What are you talking about?
See how Undertale lands later. You fucker.
So we're going with the Joker's finale there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean Mike, maybe Mike or Michael, whoever wants to explain that one, because that was a cool bit.
Yeah, it's sort of like the way they get the Joker back for Arkham Knight is to have him be like this manifestation of like the Joker blood thing that Batman was infected
From
with.
City.
So you have like Mark Hamill as the Joker, just kind of like popping up and talking at you basically throughout the game, sort of like a Greek chorus. And then later on in the game, he sort of wins, for lack of a better term, where he takes over Batman's mind, and you see this. It's like this internal struggle between the two, manifest in some really fun and occasionally twisted ways. I believe it's also the first time in the Batman games that, aside from the what's the multiplayer mode in Arkham Origins, I think that's like the first time Rocksteady has ever made a Batman character hold a gun and you shoot somebody, and it's so like limp and weird, but in the context of some fucking Batman statues coming to fuck your shit up, it works super, super well. And it also kind of speaks to the way like Batman and the Joker are sort of connected with their respective mental health issues, and that part of the reason the Joker can't control Batman is because Batman is just as not just as, but like also kind of fucked up in his own way, which is something they've been touching on throughout those games. Is hey, this guy that dresses up like a bat and punches people, he's probably got some stuff going on, and they sort of literalize that in that confrontation. I think that's really cool.
Mm-hmm. All right. I don't know. Tales from the Borderlands seems like it'll be pretty tough. So let's just hit Undertale.
Let's just go to Life is Strange because we've got two.
Neither of them.
Yeah, I if I had to pick one, I would pick trying to talk Kate down from committing suicide, just because like I talked about Chloe's request to be euthanized as a reason why I think that game is super disappointing.
Was the talking Kate down in episode 1?
2, I think.
Okay, and she's like standing on the dormitory?
Yeah, and it's possible to fail and have her fall to her death. It's a good scene, but I don't know that it hangs.
We'll figure that out later.
Okay.
Yeah, but I would keep that over the request to be euthanized purely because
they fuck it up immediately afterwards.
Yeah, they fucked it up immediately, so...
Alright, so I'm going to make it easy, and I'm going to cut a good portion of the Undertale stuff, like, right out the bat. I think the Papyrus Date is really funny, but I think there's way funnier stuff as it goes, so you can cut that.
Okay.
If we're going to talk about, like, best fights in the game, I'd prefer Sans' fight instead of the Mettaton fight, so you can cut that. Even though the Mettaton fight is really fucking cool, like if you're trying to go pacifist route instead of like actually like battling him, you do like different moves and like try to pose and like try to call your attacks. Like you'll be like, oh, I'm not gonna get hit this turn, and that makes ratings rise. And then once the ratings rise far enough, then Mettaton like relents. Mm-hmm. That's just a really neat part, and it plays really well into Mettaton's like whole. I'm the star of the show. Like you shift the attention to yourself, but then you're like, but then you bring forth this whole thing with how Mettaton left his cousin Napster Blook in the dust when Mettaton went to become a TV star. And
I'll be honest, with the 4 Undertale things that are on there, the Mettaton fight's the one I would have most backed.
You think so?
That's the only that out of the 3 out of the 4 I only experienced 3. And then the Mettaton one is the most interesting out of what's on there.
Okay,
yeah, I think I would most get behind the Mettaton EX one as well.
Because I watched some of the Sans fight on YouTube, but it's a fucking hour long, so I skipped through a lot of it, and I thought this is okay.
All right, I mean, I don't know. I really dig that fight, but if y'all aren't too keen on it, then you can cut that. I kind of explained what it was already. You can cut the Sans fight. Mike, you actually put that like exposition thing from like it's right before you fight Asgore, in any run, like all the like monsters that you fought throughout the game like pop up and give you little bits of exposition, and I guess you thought that was really cool. Do you want to talk about that?
No, that was not me.
That was you, dude.
Was it?
Yes, yeah, dude. I remember you. I remember you coming in after you finished the game, and you were like, "Dude, that part where the monsters pop up and just tell you all that shit was really cool." Like, I remember you saying that, and I was just like, "All right."
Oh wait, I thought you were referring to random encounter expositions.
That's what I was talking about. What the fuck?
Also, there's Amalgam or whatever that one is at the bottom.
Okay, I'll explain that one because that is from the true.
Oh man,
pacifist.
I need to look into this. I need to.
Have you been lying this entire time, Mike?
Mike was on that kind herb.
Hold on.
Yeah, god damn it.
Oh, I need to make sure I know what's happening in my life.
Yeah, seriously, man. Like, you were, like, talking that scene up, and I was like, man,
fuck.
I love Undertale, but, like, that part? Really? Like,
Hold
I was
on.
so confused.
Oh boy, guys, you guys like talk for a second. I need to.
Where am I? Who am I?
Yeah,
What's going on? How did I get in Buffalo? Oh shit!
Oh, I don't.
Professionalism at its best.
Okay, so, do you want me to explain the Amalgam?
Just what
scene?
is it? I don't even remember what that is.
It's from the pacifist run, or the pure pacifist run. So that's you didn't. See
I
it.
didn't get it because
Okay.
the game.
Okay,
fucking
okay,
piece of
all
shit.
right. God damn it. So if you do the pure pacifist run, there's a bit where you have to have a date with Undyne, and then after that, Undyne says, "Here, bring this letter to Alphys." And then you bring the letter to Alphys, and then you have a practice date with Alphys so that she can ask Undyne out. So after that happens, and everyone has some fun, and there's a bunch of funny bits and all that, Alphys says, "You know what? You have given me enough courage to admit something." So she invites you to her lab, and not just her normal lab, her real lab. And you go into where, like, if you remember when you first meet her, it's like, oh, she's in the bathroom. If you actually go into that room, it's an elevator, and you take that elevator down, and you go into this incredibly creepy, like, laboratory, like, lab. And as you're going through it, all these really scary-looking, like, combinations of different monsters attack you, like, amalgamations of different monsters. And it's just super, like, creepy, like, they're all, like, I don't know, it's hard to, like, explain in words, and I'm just gonna be like, oh, I wish you saw it, because, you know, it's unfortunate that like one of the best bits of that game is behind a different playthrough. But what are you gonna do? But the whole point of that scene though is that once you get through that lab, you get to the last room. Alphys shows up and says, "Yeah, it actually all of these creatures are from us experimenting on trying to recreate human determination, because you know how it keeps like mentioning that you're determined whenever you save. Human determination in their soul is how they break through the wall that's keeping them underground. So Alphys was trying to artificially create determination by experimenting on dead monsters, and instead of creating determination, she just fused a bunch of monsters together and made them like freaks." And the reason why Alphys is always like freaking out and has so much anxiety is because she actually called the families of all the monsters she was experimenting on, like they donated their corpses, and then she was like, "Oh, they're coming back to life. I can actually bring them back to you." And then they turned into those things. And then she was like, "Oh, I can't tell them that this happened. I promised them that I was going to bring their family member home." And the family keeps bugging her and sending her letters and calling her. And if you go around her room when you first meet her, you'll notice like, oh, there's a pile of mail that hasn't been opened. It's all this like angry letters that people wrote in asking for their family back.
Right. So do you think it's that, or?
I don't know. I mean, like I thought that was really cool, and I thought that you know, it like I don't know if I'd say that like it like humanized Alphys more, because I know that you guys really didn't like Alphys, and like I would agree, but once I saw that bit, like I still think they could have handled like making her anxious and like being a little annoying, like they could have handled that better. But after that bit, I was just like, I understand this character more. I sympathize, and
My problem with that is that again, it's gated. Like,
Yeah.
because of the design of the game, I didn't know that existed. So, like,
yeah, I'm the same.
that sounds great, but if it's up to you. You're the one who probably understands Undertale more than us. But the Metaton boss fight's something I actually saw, whereas the amalgamation that actually sounds really cool, and I like that it gives some depth to that character. But I don't know.
But we can't really, like, the two of us
Vote
can't
for
really
it.
sit here and
Okay.
back that up or
That's
get
fair.
behind it because we haven't seen it for ourselves.
Yeah,
So
it
That's fair.
sounds actually really interesting, but
it sounds like it would be one of the more interesting parts of that game. Like,
And
I think that's from your description of it. Like, I'm upset that it wasn't included in
or
the
more
first
of
one.
it. Yeah, hints of it.
Yeah.
Like I remember the letters part, and I actually remember thinking, like, I wonder what this is. But just we'll discuss that game later. But I just remember thinking, like, well, I won't come back here. So
Yeah, I feel you.
So that's
I mean,
that's up to you.
I don't know. Like, I feel like it's art. Like, I feel like just based on your comments right there, that it would like, if we're gonna have a scene from Undertale like that would have a shot, then I would have to go with the Metaton fight because y'all already kind of said no to it. So let's just go with the Metaton fight. But
Okay.
I'm glad that I
Okay.
gave that. I'm glad that I gave that bit a shout out because
It sounds cool.
I think that is my favorite part from that game.
That's cool.
Okay. That sounds cool.
Okay. All right, let's pick our... well, first off, I will mention that one just got added from Contradiction that's just called, If I Did This... So...
What do we want? Memes.
Oh my
but
God.
let's do the Tales from the Borderlands bits real quick.
Let me
I don't
just throw this
remember-
out real quick.
Go ahead.
Does anyone feel particularly strongly about a Tales from the Borderlands musical intro?
I feel very strongly about the episode 4 one.
I like
Same.
the 4 one a lot as well.
I
But-
think it's great.
I also feel
I
like
don't-
I've actually watched it like a ton this past week.
I don't think it's better than probably the best moment that's on there.
I don't know.
let's have a conversation. What's the best moment on here? Everyone say it at the exact same time on go.
No,
3,
no, don't do
2,
that.
1, go. Finger gun
Finger
battle.
gun
battle.
Ha ha!
It's a finger gun
Yeah,
battle.
for me, it was between the finger gun battle and the mech, and
Yeah.
all right, finger gun battle can take it.
Okay.
The mechs. I don't remember Reese chokes out a bandit.
It's
It's funny, but it's
in the
like-
first episode. Yeah, it's just a gag.
Oh, when he can't do it.
Yeah, when he can't do it, and
Right.
Sasha's just like staring at him, like, "Do you need help?" And he's like, "No, I can do this." And
Yeah.
then the bandit
Yeah,
is just
and-
laughing.
Yeah,
Right,
the bandit's,
okay.
bandit's like, is this your first time trying this, dude? Like,
He's like, "Oh, he does not got this."
Yeah, okay, I remember that. The mech, I remember being like, I remember just fucking playing the game and sitting there aghast, like, fucking, this is Voltron Power Rangers fighting
Yeah.
game. What is happening? I'm really into this.
I fucking-
B missiles. That was just fun.
I love that like moment where like everything is going wrong and Loaderbot is like, "Okay, we need a new plan," and Gordis just reaches down and you get the shot of them all raising in Power Rangers style. He's
Yeah.
just like, "Oh, I guess we're doing this then." Like, it's just so good.
And it just goes one by one, and like,
Yeah.
all right, now you do something. Now you
They're
do
using
something.
fighting sticks. Like,
Yeah, it's great.
so good.
Yeah.
It's so silly.
Yeah.
I love it.
But that and cutting Scooter loose is emotional.
Yeah.
But
And it's bold. Like, they're killing off a pretty like recognizable character
yeah,
in the
like,
series.
But
to explain what actually happens in that scene, there's a part where you have to like cut some like boosters off of a rocket, and you're riding the Scooter, and you cut your rocket off correctly, but Scooter gets his hand stuck inside of one of the parts, and he's like, "Well, you're gonna have to cut this rocket off. There's no way that I'm gonna get out of here, and if you don't cut this rocket off, everyone's gonna die. So you have to cut the rocket off with Scooter still attached to it." And yeah, they kill off Scooter from Borderlands in this game.
And then you can throw out like a little satellite out of your spaceship that like has his advertisement on it, like as a tribute to him. Which
And
is
one of the
kinda cool,
choices,
but-
and one of the choices is just see a space cowboy, and when you land on the space station, one of the guards goes, "What's this anime stuff?" Like, he's just,
Yeah, he's like, what's this anime bullshit?
Yeah,
It's really good.
it is really good. But yeah,
But-
I think the finger gun battle. There's an extended scene in Tales from the Borderlands episode 4.
Oh,
where,
Christ. Did you guys hear that or what?
No.
No.
All right. Hopefully that didn't appear on the recording.
Okay.
I'm worried.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. What did you just like fart really hard or something?
No, I would not warn Niall about that.
Great. All right. But yeah, no. There's an extended scene in Tales from the Borderlands episode 4 where I guess all the accountants on the space station, to solve their problems, they just have finger gun fights, and there's.
I
just
mean,
these-
like it's a little bit more than that. It's sort of an extension of a joke we saw a little bit in the first episode,
Yeah.
and kind of like evolve over the course of the game, where it's like you have that sort of like American Psycho 80s workplace where they do the business guns, and the guy goes, "Oh, you got me." It's sort of like this fake douche bro palling around kind of thing, and then it like escalates while you're in the station, and people do like more and more elaborate like finger gun like greetings, and then it like
Yeah.
explodes into this huge like action scene with like just finger guns.
Grenades,
'cause,
and
like-
miniguns, and
Yeah.
he's out of ammo. I know I counted.
For that is that you're dressed or you're in disguise as Vasquez, who's like one of the main bad guys, and the accountancy department like confronts you because $10 million has just gone missing. Like that's because your main characters steal $10 million at the start of the game, so they're like, you've stolen this money. Where is it? And it just like evolves into this huge sequence of everyone just it's so good. It's so good.
Okay. So I think we've narrowed it down a
Yeah.
bit. Shall we start to cut things? Or we're gonna? I don't remember what the order was because it's been a little bit since we actually recorded.
It
one
was
of these.
Mike, Niall, myself, and then John.
Okay.
I have all the
okay.
power.
All right. Well, first off, I'm gonna read what we have left.
Okay.
We have the Her Story twist. We have the Crib from Sonic Dreams collection. The Metaton EX boss fight. Escaping a prison from Prison Architect. Hoth from Battlefront. Bloody Baron questline. Talking Kate down from Life is Strange. Brotherhood of Steel arrival from Fallout 4. Joker's finale from Arkham Knight. Riding the Missile in Just Cause 3. The Finger Gun Battle from Tales from the Borderlands Episode 4, and If I Did This from Contradiction. Mike Casamano, would you like to make the first cut?
Yes.
And that would be...
Prison Architect.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, great.
It's a really fun moment when you go through an actual prison and like you fucked up so many toilets and you're just like a badass who can kill everyone in one punch, and you steal keys and you just rush out, and you've been doing it for 20 minutes. But
Are you sure
if
you're not
someone
thinking of The Escapists?
No, Prison Architect added an escape mode,
Okay.
and that was part of their 1.0 patch, I guess, or upgrade, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
the official release.
And you can go through the Steam Workshop, and you can sort by, hey, give me a prison that's rated 5 stars or higher. Give me a prison that's rated 1 star or higher. So you can get real shit prisons that are easy, that you just walk out, or you can get prisons that are fucking high security. You fuck up too much, you're put into high security yourself, and you're like behind metal detectors, and you have to like sneak specific weapons in, and you can hide them in other people's cells and hide it in your toilet, and there's a lot of intricacies that you can get in there. But you can also get into a prison that's broken and just kind of find a hole in the wall and just walk out. So it's still fun. It adds a layer to that game that was just a management sim game to like, no, actually see if you can escape your own prison and see if you can escape others. It's kind of fun.
Okay. Niall, what would you like to cut?
I'm gonna cut the Brotherhood of Steel arrival.
All right.
Sure.
Anyone make not like a case, but just talk about it?
I don't know if it's the same for everybody, but when I was at some side mission and I came outside, and the Brotherhood of Steel are nowhere to be seen. You just kind of, I think maybe you can read about them somewhere, but they're nowhere to be seen. And then all of a sudden, I came out of a building, and their huge fucking blip was just coming into view over like some mountains or something.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a really good, just kind of way to introduce, like, oh, by the way, these fuckers are here.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's about
Michael, what's your cut?
it. Hoth.
You picked the easy one.
Yeah, I picked the easy one.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of cool to play in Hoth and have it look so great, but you know, nothing great.
Alt Shift 5. All right.
I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna make one cut, and then we could probably just like narrow it down to the 3 because.
Yeah.
I could even tell you what those 3 are going to be, like right off the top of my head, like right now.
Well, let John do his cut and let's
okay,
go.
let me.
There's a real easy one that I can see here.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. There's 2.
Oh, I mean, I could just say get rid of the Life is Strange one.
Sure.
So yeah, get rid of the Life is Strange one. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Should we just start talking? Let's just start talking about the top 3. Mike,
I think we can make some more cuts, but okay.
You think
Yeah.
so? Or,
Yeah.
Mike, why don't you just make your fucking prediction here?
Finger gun battle.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Bloody Baron.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Contradiction.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, I'm gonna be a piece of shit though, and I'm gonna say something.
Here we go.
Should we count? We should talk about a specific moment from the Bloody Baron quest line because I feel like that entire quest line is like a 4-hour long thing.
It is. That becomes like a little bit more challenging, I think, because that quest line is so like deep is maybe the wrong word, but like
Interconnected
You know what I
and
could say?
like
yeah.
We could-
I'm gonna make it easy for y'all.
Go ahead.
If we're gonna pick a best moment from the Bloody Baron quest line to point out, how about the part with the baby?
See, I was going to say the very end of it.
I was going to say when you meet the witches.
yeah, I was gonna say the crones as well.
Fuck.
Like there's
I
so
don't-
much good stuff.
Like
in
officially
there.
the first time when they come, but you don't know how interconnected they are at that point.
I think it still counts, like, looking back on it.
Sure.
I don't know.
I just like the end of it because I don't know how it ended for you guys, but he killed himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did not kill himself in my case.
No, not for me.
Yeah,
either.
he fucking hung himself in my case.
He hung himself in mine because I gave him the shit for what he did. Like I was like, I don't know, like I because I don't know, like he was very very like.
He's
No,
a
like,
shitbag. He's a
like,
shitbag.
He's a shitbag, but there were points where I was just like I was like trying to be reasonable with the guy. I was like, look, dude, like you did what you did. You can like you gotta like move on from this because you're you. But you also have to like leave your wife and daughter alone because they don't want to have anything to do with you. I don't want to say like I was just like in the middle and like I was okay with him being an abuser, but like I was still just like. I'm working for you, but I'm gonna be straight with you and just say, dude, you have to fucking move on. Like this is, like you did a wrong thing, and you need the consequences are like it's pretty much over. You just need to move on. But then he killed himself at the end of that.
So you want to make it the crones? Because I did like their entrance because they set them up to be like 3 beautiful women, and they fucking walk in, and you're like, what?
And like
No.
the designs are so great too.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, I showed them to my girlfriend, and she was like, "Those are disgusting."
Yeah, they are
I was
super
like,
grotesque.
Yeah, they are.
Like
I mean, I don't know. I want to make a case for the baby part because I think that encapsulates the entire quest line. Because
See, for me, I didn't fight the baby. I just went there with the proper stuff, and I was able to capture it.
Yeah,
no,
same.
That's what I did. But I still think that was a great bit because there's one of the Baron accidentally causes his wife to miscarry, like during like a shoving match or some sort, and
Wait, didn't she sacrifice the baby before
No.
he was able to do that? Like, didn't she make
Yeah,
the deal?
that was like the crones.
yeah,
Yeah,
did
it was
that
later
happen?
revealed. Yeah, it was later revealed it wasn't his fault. That she either was always already going to miscarry or already had.
oh,
And then they got into a fight.
and then he shoved her. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But so the whole I forgot about that.
Yeah,
But,
because it was the capturing, because being able to capture instead of fight the baby, because the entire time they make it seem like you're gonna have to fight this fucking fetus, this unborn zombie fetus, and then you just deal with it in like 2 seconds. And then when you later learn it wasn't the Bloody Baron's fault, I thought it kind of took resonance away from that scene.
I mean, I guess so, but I still thought that whole bit, because he still thought it was his fault, like him taking this, like basically this monster, and then just having to like accept, like, no, this is my child, and this was my fault.
I think you're right.
Like
thematically, I think it like really works. Like as that him coming to terms with like what a piece of shit he is, and like trying to move forward and be a better person. I think that's like great. I think that's like the kind of visual storytelling games very rarely traffic in. And I also really like the way like if you create the good spirit or whatever, it still looks like an ugly fucked up baby.
Yeah,
I thought that was great.
yeah.
But I guess if we can like circle back around to this, I feel like we're still kind of going about this the wrong way, and I think the whole quest line is sort of like up for its own nomination as a whole.
Yeah, I don't think we mean every bit and piece. I think we literally just
some
mean
of its parts,
the bloody Baron parts. Not even the part where you have to go talk to the daughter and you figure out what exactly happened to the mom. Like just dealing with the Bloody Baron.
Well, no, I mean like just like that whole story. That whole encapsulation of that fantastic world, like in some ways, you could say it is a very drawn out level. I guess if you really want to stretch the definition of this category,
I guess so.
I don't know. At what point are we just? Is this a smaller portion of us just saying, "Yo, Witcher 3 is really good"? Like, isn't that kind of what we're doing?
Yeah.
Instead of it being a specific moment or series of moments.
It's still really good, though.
I mean,
I agree.
I at least wanted to try to figure that out. If y'all feel like it should just be considered one thing, then that's fine. But that all right.
I will say, because we're it's just Bloody Baron, finger gun battle, and if I did this, the crib fucking moment in Sonic Dreams Collection.
Oh my god!
There is video of me playing that for the first time, and that I can't erase.
Go watch it.
I can't erase that moment.
It's magical and Big the Cat and
You were given birth to. That's all I'm gonna fucking say.
Yeah. Look,
fuck that.
When you hear that, and that's not the worst part. Go watch that video.
It's not the worst part.
You met Big the Cat.
I fed Tails to I fed Tails to Sonic at one point.
You did. And then Sonic gave birth to Tails after that.
Yeah, that happened. Shit, let's stop talking about Sonic Dreams Collection.
It's a masterpiece.
Anyone want to make a big case for the Joker or for her story?
I don't think the her story twist is what makes that.
No, I think there's other things that make her story great, but the twist is cool. But I think there's better moments here.
I mean, I don't know. Some would say that maybe the twist is bad and maybe her story is bad. Who knows?
They'd be wrong.
Who thinks we should save that for the next podcast? You fucks.
Look, y'all can fucking dish, then you can take. How about that?
Look, John Machonsky.
What?
Just get ready. Save your energy.
Yeah, this is not the time.
All right, what wins? We've got Finger Gun Battle, If I Did This, and Bloody Baron.
I don't know. I mean, honestly, I was also going to try to make a case for Metaton instead of If I Did This, because, I don't know, that Metaton battle's so fucking cool. I mean, I already talked about what it was, but...
I mean, I would hear a case for that, too. I just thought, If I Did This would play better with this crowd. It is kind of like a fucking meme at this point.
It's still
Hilarious. It's so funny.
God, and he doesn't even do it once. He does it with, so much stuff. And it's delivered so... perfectly, so knowingly, but yet just shy of taking a wink. It is just it's just perfect, and he does it so many times. You can make him do it over and over and over and over again and over again. Man,
but just flipping that switch and then just and the fucking lights coming on and the smoke, and then just oh my god, it's so good.
I liked the Metaton fight, and I liked all the stuff that led up to it, but I still have problems with it, and it's problems I have with the overall game. So, like, while I was enjoying it, I was being frustrated by the actual gameplay.
Yeah, I also wasn't quite sure if they wanted me to make the ratings go up or down.
Yeah, that wasn't like entirely brilliantly communicated.
Every boss, in my opinion, every boss battle in that game is too obtuse.
I don't know. I felt like I understood like almost like pretty quick when like as soon as I did like an action that seemed like I did an action and it said something like ratings go up while you do this. I was like, okay, I'm bringing ratings up. Like I thought I caught on to that pretty quick once I was just like, okay, I did an action and it's telling me to raise the rating, so I just did that.
The problem I have with that is, and I found this with almost every of the big moments, is that the moments were really good, but by the time I figured out what I needed to do, I had wasted that battle. So I would lose, reload, re-experience every single thing again, have to live through the same moment, and then approach the battle knowing what I needed to do.
I also think it doesn't make a fucking lick of sense. Like, if you wanted to, like, kill something that was, like, an entertainer, wouldn't you want to drop the ratings to nothing?
No. I think you're trying to get him to
yeah,
spare
you're not
you.
You're not trying to kill him in that
Or I guess like
context.
defeat, for lack of like I spoke incorrectly there.
Because the whole point of Undertale is that the main character Frisk is, in a sense, helping them, and that's why the whole sparing happens, is because you're making them realize like that they need to forgive you or forgive themselves or forgive someone else, like. Or that they need to seek forgiveness. Like Mettaton, like once the ratings get high enough, Napstablook starts watching, and that's what makes Napstablook call Mettaton, and Mettaton's like, oh, I need to go fix this.
Right. Yeah.
That's why Mettaton stops fighting you, because he's like, oh, I hurt my cousin. I need to, like, you made me realize this.
I'd be okay switching them, because we did already give Contradiction Best Surprise, and
we gave that game its due.
Yeah, I think that's a good moment. I think if I did this is a really good moment, but I would be fine switching it out with the Mettaton boss fight.
All right. I mean, does anyone else agree, disagree, whatever?
I don't have any strong feelings.
I feel more strongly about other things that are on this list than of the three that we had. I feel like Contradiction is the third, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm okay with letting it go.
Okay.
All right. And I mean, I think Bloody Baron wins.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
so
okay with
all right then. Our winner for best moment, scene, or level is the Bloody Baron questline from The Witcher 3 with the Mettaton EX boss fight and the finger gun battle, taking the runners up. All right, this one should not be too hard then, I guess, for best writing. We only have 7 entries here. We won't have to pass this around. I don't think we could just, kind of figure this out. For best writing, we have Her Story, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, Tales from the Borderlands, Game of Thrones, Undertale, Beginner's Guide has already been crossed off the list, and Fallout 4. And Game of Thrones is also getting crossed off the list, so we have 5.
Hold on. Let's just have this conversation. It's between Witcher, it's between Tales from the Borderlands. No, Witcher and Tales from the Borderlands are on it. Her Story and Undertale fight for number 3.
Yeah.
Y'all ready to have a bad time?
Because I'm not going to win the Fallout 4 conversation.
No, you're not.
No, you're not. It has some really good writing in it, but it doesn't. I don't think it competes.
I think it fucking beats the fucking shit out of Undertale, but whatever.
Yeah, so I think it's Her Story, Witcher Tales.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't like Her Story so much. Fuck it! Like this is. God damn it! Listen,
Go ahead and say why you don't like it. Her Story.
all right, look. Y'all complain about Undertale having. All right, I'm just gonna attack things as I go. Y'all are probably gonna swat them down. Fucking. I'm gonna say my piece.
Yeah, tell us why you don't like Undertale or why you don't like Her Story. But
We almost tricked you.
Duck season. Tell us why you don't like Her Story. Why you don't like its writing.
I don't think that the way that story is. I think the way that story is presented almost tricks you into thinking that like what is there is I wouldn't say like meaningful, but is like an interesting like story that is well written, because I watched I played through that game, and then I watched another playthrough, and I really like studied that game, because I was like, there's something about this game that weirds me out. And the more I thought about it, I realized that like a lot of those scenes in that game, there is no way that it would have come up naturally. Like, there's multiple scenes where she talks about losing her virginity and like talking about where she grew up and all this stuff, when it's a murder case about her husband. And they would ask about like there's some questions from like the early investigation that, you know, it makes sense that they're asking her these things, like, where were you, why did you do this? But like as it goes, I feel like the way that game was structured, it was based around that twist. Like y'all mentioned the twist of like this twist of Hannah being like, also I don't know if y'all think that Hannah and Eve are two separate people, or if it's Hannah has a split personality. I think she has a split personality, which I think honestly makes it even dumber. But I just feel like that story wasn't crafted to be a well told like murder mystery with an interesting like lead up to this twist, and then an interesting denouement that like continues with this twist and like creates this story. I feel like this was a twist that they built this contrived, really poorly done story around, that I don't know, like I can't believe that there's a scene where she starts talking about how her husband impregnated her, and she goes, his magic sperm. Like, what? Like, I don't know. I don't know. And then the part where she fucking sings that song, and it's so all the parts where they're like, oh, a mirror. He bought me a mirror, and it's like, oh, a mirror because it's someone that looks just like you. It's so on the nose, and it's so goddamn cheap. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like on like just if you're gonna take a look at that game, and if you just have like a cursory glance, I can see why you'd be like, that's cool, that's really good. But if you really think about that game, I think it really falls apart.
I mean, a few things. One, most games don't have great writing, so if you think about most games for too long, the writing falls apart. In fact, you could probably say that about a lot of movies and television shows.
Yeah, but that's a weak excuse, though.
Say that about Undertale, to be honest. Like,
but
Well, I'm gonna want to
hold
hear
on.
your guys' Undertale
Hold on.
opinions too. But
let's
go
go
ahead.
back to your argument before
Okay.
we fucking fall off the rails.
Okay, yeah.
I don't disagree that if you sit there and try to piece it, like, why would they ask these questions? I don't disagree that that's weird. But that's not how that game is constructed. That is not how you discover those things. That's not how the game is designed to discover that story in that pattern. So then to reverse engineer it and try to figure it all out, it's like trying to figure out the pattern of Back to the Future. Okay, when exactly does he come in? But the third time he's behind the door. Like, you're overthinking it. It's the experience of playing it, not trying like, well, what? Like, yeah, I thought the singing parts were kind of dumb, but I got over it because the story brought me into the very simple, very engaging game design. Like, and all the twists I thought were really interesting because the entire time it is half misleading you with its writing, of where you are constantly guessing what is the actual truth, and then rethinking like, whoa, okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they are twins. No, maybe she's the same person. Maybe she did murder her husband. No, maybe she didn't. Like, you're just trying to piece together like, okay, now she's wearing different clothing. Okay, now she's in prison. And it's all really interesting, and I think the whole thing that backs that up, and the whole thing that kind of fits it all together, of like you sitting there in front of the screen typing in fucking random search terms because she mentions the word mirror or magic sperm, is when at the I this is where I stopped playing. I know there's more to it. It's at the end you can choose to end it or you can choose to go on. I went on for a little bit more and I finally ended it, and it turns out you're her daughter. And I thought that moment kind of pulled it all together.
I didn't think it. I thought it was just. Twist.
I thought it all pulled it all together because it's like, oh, this is exactly what the daughter would think. why did my mom kill my dad, or did she, or did she have a problem, does she have a mental problem, is there a sister out there, where did she grow up? Like, those are all questions you would have if you were a daughter of a murderer who was in prison and you never got to see her. Like, I thought the narrative all kind of strung together, and I don't think it's perfect. I don't think it's, if you sit there and divide it up and say, yeah, this fucking part was real dumb, I think pulled together in order and playing it, I thought it was really done really well. And to sit there and write a story, then chop it up, and then try and figure out in the order in which a player will discover it, then try to assume all the terms that they will just guess, and then let them see, and so that they don't see the wrong part and just get the ending quicker. Like, that's very difficult to write for. Like, you cannot write a story from A to B and then not know in what order the reader will read it, and still reveal to them things in the correct order so that they have a similar experience. That's very difficult to do.
I don't know. To me, I took the exact opposite from you guys, because the way that you describe it makes it sound like this engaging experience, but the way I felt was just it felt like this deliberately confusing story that was just it was basically I don't know, who did it? Which is she nutso? Does she have a twin? What's the truth? Find out next time. I felt like it was really cheaply done. I don't know. When I think of really good mystery game twists, I think of stuff that happened in Danganronpa. I think of stuff that happens in Phoenix Wright. I think about those really, really great. Holy shit! I can't believe that happened. And there's a build up, there's a payoff, and then they do something with it.
But I don't think this is more of a traditional twist.
No.
This is an M. Night Shyamalan end of the movie. Oh God, it was the trees all along. I think this was more of a
mind you, I don't have a problem with having them leave it on a question. That's not my problem. I just feel like the story started out with, instead of I don't know, just when I play this game, I feel like instead of wanting to tell an interesting story, I felt like the writer just said, I have this idea for a twist and I'm going to start building something around it, and I felt like it just doesn't work together, And I appreciate what they did with the format. I appreciate how they pulled it off, but I just don't think that this as a story, as a because you're talking about this game as an experience, as you went through and stumbled upon these little bits and pieces and came to your own conclusions. I feel like that doesn't really work in this category, even, because I feel like you come to your own conclusions and you're well, I think that this, but I don't know, with Undertale or with The Witcher or with Tales from the Borderlands, I played through these games and I was I understand the author's intent, I understand what's going on here, and this isn't just a twist for twist's sake. This was earned. I don't think her story earned what it was trying to do. I think it just did what it did, and it wasn't anything too interesting.
See, here's what I would say to some of the stuff that you've said. This is, you said stuff it doesn't make sense that they would have her answer these questions or whatever. But as the interviews progress, what you can see is, the questions they're asking her are getting stranger and more, out there. And as that's happening, you're also getting this line whereby you're not quite sure, is she somebody with multiple personalities? Is there two of her? And I think it makes sense that because Hannah and Eve, these two persona or people, whatever you want to think of them as, because they're giving different stories, I think it would make sense for a policeman to then be okay, well, she said this thing under this assumed identity, but then she said it again and it contradicted what she said earlier, so we need to try and see, is she telling the truth here, or where does she draw the line? Who are we speaking to out of these two people? And the way the game is written is that it kind of leads you down this path where it's training you to look out for certain things, and it's kind of guiding you in a way through its writing to kind of make you have these questions too. It does a really good job at bringing up just little terms and making you want to watch out for something, and the way it's written like I feel like is in service to that, and it's in service of trying to build this character as being, you know, like, who is this person? You know, is this two people? Is this one person who thinks she's two people? Like, I feel the way that the game is written is actually really clever, because it is guiding you down that path, and it's making you have questions about where it's going. So,
I wouldn't say it's not clever, but I just don't I don't feel like it's like good. I feel like this is a good idea and it was implemented, but I feel like it wasn't like I said, I don't feel like it earns what it does.
I think maybe when you went into it, you might have thought it was going to be something else. Like, I think you went into it thinking it would have a traditional twist or something, and then you got like an episode of Lost, and you're like, what? Where's that smoke creature fucking front? Like, I mean, I can't disagree with some of the points you brought up, but I disagree with enough of them where I just think you and I know Niall and I had very opposite experiences.
I don't know. It's just like I didn't go into it thinking that it was, because I don't think Lost is good either. Like, everything I heard
I don't either, but
everything I heard about Lost, I was just like, okay, they're bringing up all these questions and they're not giving any sort of answers. It's just to keep people hooked. It's like I said, it's this cheap way of, like, I don't want to say like manipulating, but like it's just this way of like bringing people in and having this conversation happen, which isn't necessarily a bad thing.
Lost did it to keep you watching every week. Her Story did it because it melds that narration and your own thought process within the game's design, so that the game's story was designed and written so that you continue to feel engaged with the game's design, which will then reveal more of the game's story, which would then reveal more of the game's design, and that's the cycle. Like, that's the constant back and forth. And it is akin more to an episode of Lost where you are just constantly have more quiet. Like, every time you get an answer, it's like, oh, cool, okay, that's who those are. But she just mentioned these two people's names. I've never fucking heard of them. And there was a point where I almost went and grabbed a piece of paper because I was like, I actually did open like a piece of note on my computer because I wanted to write all these terms down.
I have my notepad, the same one that I had for Her Story open here. Let me just count how many pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages of notes that I was writing down as I was playing Her Story.
Of non-sequitur
words and diagrams and me trying to link names together. Like,
it's just a crazy person's fucking notebook. Like, Mirror, Aaron.
Yeah, like, these are like double columned. Like, it's crazy. Like,
hospital, pregnant, like, Scotland.
And a lot of those words kind of led to nothing, but a lot of them led to somewhere. Like, she mentions the pub owners early on, and, you know, it sets it up like, oh, these two people might be, you know, a major part of this, and then they're kind of not, and they're kind of off to the side in this story, and like I just think it's really well done, really clever. Like, it had me engaged in a way that stories in games rarely do.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. I like even the arguments that you guys are using for this, I feel like it's just like not feeding into me, but like I'm just like like all these, like the way that you mentioned like all these things like ending up being loose ends and you being like happy about it.
I didn't say I was happy about it.
I'm not
I
like
didn't say I was
pissed.
happy about it.
I would say like the loose ends kind of back up like Niall's point of, yeah, but this is kind of how a police officer would go about it, of like, wait, who is, you just suddenly brought up a bar owner that you talk to all the time, who's this? And then same with the daughter of like, wait, who is this friend my mom had for years on end that took her 2 hours to mention? Like, yeah, they're loose ends and they're nothing, but I think that's more of
police work,
a reflection of the game's design, and how you go about that stuff. And maybe we're making excuses for the game, but, you know, I think we're at an impasse where you clearly didn't enjoy it, and Niall and I did. And I don't know what Mike thinks, but I think that's where we're at.
You want to know what I think?
What
do you think?
I was literally about to say this is like a fucking episode of Serial. Like,
it is like 100% like an episode of Serial, my dudes.
And Serial is awesome.
Serial is pretty fantastic.
Serial's pretty great. Sarah Koenig asked somebody what LOL meant. Like,
Actually, like Niall, like for real, I think you should like edit like pieces of the discussion you guys just had, and like have the opening to this episode be like the fucking serial opening.
oh, I might
Like
do
that'd be
that.
an excellent goof.
I might do
But I'm not doing your job, so actually, yeah, send me those files. I'll cook something up for you. Anyway,
Jesus.
her story in Undertale. What about Fallout 4?
Transformers Devastation.
How about
Transformers
you kiss my
Yu-Gi-Oh!
guy-
Legacy of the Duelist.
Oh, you know what? Actually, that game summarizes so many seasons of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh, fuck off.
Man, that's
I
true.
Think it should be commended. It should be commended.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
let's-
add
guys-
it, and then we're
guys,
gonna immediately
what-
take it off.
Guys, I have another late entry here. Let me just type this in.
Oh,
See-
oh
see-
no,
hate
really?
all of
See what
you.
you think here.
No.
Hmm.
No.
That's pretty
No.
good.
What if I put that on the
No.
on the list?
No, we're not gonna put contradiction. on
Let me
there.
let me nominate this one for you, and it's already crossed out, so you know we're solid here.
Yeah, I'm glad we're adding more to this list so we don't talk
Super
about it.
Mario.
Super
Super Mario.
Yep.
Maker.
Super Mario
Yep.
Maker.
This is best written, not least written.
Okay, then how about this?
Oh God.
Force Awakens.
That's a movie,
I
Mike.
haven't even seen it yet, so
That's a movie. You can't do that.
alright, there's the real winner.
Bar Rescue does have the best rating. You're right.
It
but
does.
That's a
Man,
TV
Bar
show.
Rescue though. Fuck, John
Alright,
Taffer,
okay.
character of the year, man.
Okay, so let's be fair. You guys take Undertale to task, and I'm gonna take it. All right, go to town. Go for it.
I
I don't think anyone wants to do that to you after the weekend you just had.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it'll come up later.
No, guess what? You gotta do it. You gotta do it. I just
I-
fucking ripped. I didn't rip into her story, but like I talked about why I didn't like that game, and I think you guys should talk about why you don't like Undertale. And honestly, if y'all make your fucking case, then I'm probably gonna relent. But just
I mean-
I want people to hear it.
Specifically, Undertale's writing, I just don't think it's that funny.
I don't think it's funny either. Like there's one or two good gags in there. Like I thought the gag where Papyrus is like, he's like, you're gonna have to get through this maze, and he's like, oh wait, you need this thing first, and he walks through the maze, and then you can just follow his path. Like I thought that was the funniest thing in that whole game. And aside from that, like not a lot of it made me laugh. Like it's just not my sense of humor. There was a couple of characters in that game that I just found really, really obnoxious. Like I found Alphys to be really obnoxious. I found, what's her name? Is it Temmie?
Yeah.
I found her to be just insufferable. And I know she's only there, like you can miss her, like, but like I found her to be
Yeah.
insufferable. Like it just didn't click with me in a writing sense. Like I never found myself to be invested in the story or the characters. I didn't think it was really that funny. Like because I mean, there has been some games this year that I have found really funny. Like I think Tales is really funny. I think The Witcher is surprisingly really funny at times when it wants to be. I think Contradiction is fucking hilarious. Like I just don't see it with Undertale. Like it just doesn't hit that nerve for me.
There were funny points in it, but I thought the tonal shifts were too drastic. Because there's a cave you go through, and the extent there's other parts that have these, and on the cave walls were little plaques you could read, kind of telling the story of that world, and the music and the where you were at, and just how like all of that was, I thought, well written and well done. And there are funny little moments, and I thought there are great moments with Toriel. There are great moments at the end with the king dude, whose name I can't remember.
Asgore.
Yeah, I thought Sans was really good through most of it. And
Sans has a couple of moments, yeah.
Yeah, I really liked him.
I actually liked the quiz show part with Metaton. I thought that was decent.
That's my favorite bit in that, or my second favorite bit in that game, other than the amalgamate. Yeah,
And I like that too. But everything else just felt like it felt like the game could not decide, like, am I being serious? Am I being funny? Am I being angry and attacking you? Am I realizing I was at fault? Like, nothing felt at times completely earned. So I just sat there going like, oh, I guess this is funny? Oh, I was, all right, because you were being really serious like 2 lines ago. So now I guess you're telling jokes.
Yeah, it can be jarring.
I mean, I don't know. Like, there's bits in that game where, like, I don't know, what you just mentioned, like characters kind of flip flopping. Like, I just felt like that was just how, because a lot of those characters like crack jokes and do stuff like that to kind of cope. Like Sans especially, because his whole thing is that he's basically like a time traveler. And
but he's introduced and developed to be like that, and I thought that was interesting. And then you get these one-off, quick little characters who just act like that automatically, and they don't have any build-up, and they're just going. And it's like, all right, dude, I just want to get past that gate. Like, I'm going to try to figure a way out not to kill you. Like,
I mean,
that's
it's just like everyone in that game is trying to cope with something. They did something wrong, someone did something wrong to them, and they're trying to figure out how to fix that or talk to someone, and it's...
I don't think that always came across.
I thought it did, and why did you just do that?
Why did you just do what?
Niall just changed The Force Awakens to The Force Awake John.
Okay.
Talk about a fucking tonal inconsistency. Really.
Are you ready for me to deliver the killing blow?
Alright, I guess I am.
His axe is raised.
I have
got his
three
hand around the
words
neck.
for you that describe how I feel about Undertale.
Okay.
Dr. Joe Carr. Undertale, to me, is the equivalent of those fucking fan theories where, like, Adventure Time is Finn in a fucking cancer ward, or, like, Rugrats is Angelica has the fucking cancer, or, like, Super Smash Brothers is, like, cancer roleplay cancer. And it's just, like, reframing all this fun and bright stuff through the lens of, oh man, no, secretly it's fucked up. Like with the fucking EXP and LV systems, you know? That's the core of my problem with Undertale.
That is a real cynical way to look at that, because...
I mean, I kind of understand that, just because there are a lot of really cool, bright things in the world that are similar to Undertale, but then people apply a darker tone to it, and that's kind of what Undertale feels like, is a darker tone that somebody sat there and applied a really light, funny thing on. And it works in some cases. I don't think it works in all of them.
Like, I don't know, I mean, if you do like a pure pacifist run, I like just like that whole bit with Sans where he's just like, you meet him like right near the end, and he's just like, you didn't level up, you didn't get any experience because you actually cared for people, and you know, like, I mean, it, like, I would, like, a lot of people praise Undertale for being this, like, oh, it flips RPGs on its head. It's saying a lot about how those games play, and I wouldn't go as far as that, but I thought it was like, it was a really neat little way to, like, I don't think it, like, completely, like, I don't, like, because I feel like people think that Undertale is this big, like, middle finger to those types of games, and I don't think
it doesn't come
is.
across that way. I don't think it
I
is.
think it's this playful little joke about it. It's like, hey, you know, like, when you play all those RPG games, man, why don't you just try talking to them? Am I right? Like, I don't know. I thought it was just this silly joke, and
I think it's too self-assured to be a silly joke, and I think, like, I guess the core of this conversation is I don't hate Undertale's writing. I think, like, when it's just trying to be a funny thing, it's a lot better than when it's trying to be a serious thing. I don't think it can make that transition effectively. But I also think the conversations you guys had about Her Story, I just think, like, Her Story sounds more interesting, I guess. But on the other hand, like, the part that makes Her Story's writing more interesting is the way you interact with it, which could be a plus for the game. So I'm not super enthusiastic on either of these games being the third one. But also I don't really know what else would be. I don't know really what else I would nominate.
I don't know. I mean, in this group of people, it's so obvious it's going to be Her Story because, you know.
I don't think Undertale is poorly written.
I don't
like,
either. I don't think any of us are saying that Undertale is a bad game or poorly written. Like, I think our problem is it's just not our. In my case, in Michael's case, seems to be it's just not our sense of humor. Like, it just doesn't hit that.
And I also think it does have flaws.
Jarring at times. It does, yeah.
It's a lot of peaks and valleys.
Like, just because we don't hate it doesn't mean we're in love with it either. And, like, we are going to get like all the way down to this in a couple hours our time and one day y'all's time. I mean, what the exact
I don't know.
fucking razor sharp point we're trying to get at is vis-a-vis Undertale and Her Story on like sort of both camps. But for like this exact conversation, there was just enough in Undertale to make me kind of like roll my eyes and not want to back it versus Her Story. I don't really have like a horse in this race either way. I think I'm more concerned with the winner between Witcher and Borderlands.
Yeah, that's a tough one too, I think.
Yeah, I think that's a conversation I'm more interested in having. But I feel like between Her Story and Undertale, I think Her Story just like wins with like not to like put it to a vote because that no one wins when we vote, but like
no.
Like Niall and Michael are pretty up on Her Story, John's pretty up on Undertale, and I'm kind of somewhere in the middle, leaning Her Story by virtue of it sounding like an episode of Serial.
It's Serial the game.
I think I mean. Maybe this is just me, like, maybe this is just, like, explaining my piece on that, because I thought by the end of Season 1 of Serial that it wasn't that great. So, you know what? I think maybe that explains it, because when I finished Serial, I was just like, alright, that was that, okay. So...
I re-listened to the whole thing going to Gamer X. I think it works better as a whole thing, like a whole series.
I listened to it all last week for the first time.
Because you know what? When I was listening to it as it was coming out, and that last episode was basically just, I don't know. I was just like, well, me too. I don't know how I feel about this now, because, like, I don't know. Like, I'm not.
We can't talk about Serial. We can't.
Yeah.
Or can we?
Okay.
Hold on. Let me make a last-minute addition.
No, shh. No, let me.
I haven't listened to it. So.
No, I'm using Serial as an example for Her Story because I'm not asking for every single answer, but I feel like Her Story doesn't answer anything.
And I get that, and I think Niles and I point is that the answers aren't what you really want. It's the fun part of asking all the questions and trying to figure it all out. That's the real fun.
And I guess that's where we differ, because when I go into a mystery, I know that part of it is the mystery and the...
What's the fun of Clue? Playing Clue or having one of your friends fucking win? It's playing Clue.
It's playing Clue. Well,
there you go.
Clue is... We're not talking about Clue. We're talking about a story.
We're talking about Serial.
No, we're talking about Her Story, and I feel like when you talk about a game, a written thing, there should be some sort, like, okay, there doesn't have to be satisfaction from it, but like, I couldn't take anything from Her Story because it didn't give me anything to take from it. But I took something from Undertale because there were concrete concepts in that game, compared to Her Story just being like, did she do it? What's going on?
Clearly to Niall and I, that wasn't the case.
Yeah, and I feel like I took something away from Her Story, and I feel like Michael came away with feeling like he'd taken something from Her Story.
Yeah.
Like,
it's really confusing to me that y'all did. I don't know. It's weird to me, but you know what? All right, sure. I guess let's talk about. I'm gonna say Witcher should take it.
So it's Her Story, Witcher, and Tales.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Right.
I would hear an argument for Tales.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of leaning Tales here.
I mean, I'm leaning Witcher, but I really liked where Tales from the Borderlands ended, and the only reason I'm not totally jumping in on Witcher is because I'm not 100% done with it. I don't think I ever will be. That game's enormous. So that it's possible there's like some awful writing out there that I just haven't found. And like,
Not really.
I'm also not really backing Tales because I think those two first episodes are kind of weak.
Yeah, that's my problem. Is I played it all at once over the course of about a week, and I consumed it episode by episode. Never really playing more than 2 episodes in a day, and the fucking tonal shifts in quality of writing are mammoth. Of like, I'd say 3, 4, and 5, especially 4 and 5, feel like somebody had an idea where that game was going.
Yeah.
But 1 and 2 specifically, it feels like they thrust the characters out and hoped that they would come back.
And 2 in particular is not good.
Yeah, it certainly takes its time to get going, but once it does get going, like
it does really get going.
When it gets going, it gets fucking going.
I think that's its problem, is that once it does get going, it's fucking flying and fucking space and it's fucking finger gun battles and you're fighting a mech like a fighting game.
You're talking like these are bad things, my friend, and I'm all the way down with what they're
I'm saying
selling.
like those are all like balls to the wall insane moments and they're great, and then you like compare them to like the first moments in those first games. Like I had that gun battle and I hid behind that fan in that museum, and in the second one that guy pees on his shirt and I have to like dig my own grave. All right, like I don't feel like there are those big bombastic moments that the rest of the game, like that game ends incredible, but when I really think back to those first moments, is like
I think 2 has a really strong musical opening, but that's like all I remember about that episode.
I like 2 is where it finishes with you picking between Jack and Fiona as to who to trust.
Right, you go in the Atlas
where you pick up Gortys.
Mm-hmm.
Also, did anyone in this group trust Jack at any point?
No, I did. I had Reese trust him the entire way.
You were a lunatic.
That's a super interesting way to play that game.
It was shit. Because like the way I played it was like I had Reese stick to this thing where ultimately he is blinded by his own ambition, and like he's willing to do whatever it takes to get ahead, and like the way his relationship with Jack developed as a result of that, I thought was really interesting.
I could see that.
Like they become like really close friends over the course of that, and then he makes Reese the president of Hyperion, and then he fucking screws him over. It's really cleverly done, and the way that like Jack shows him the endoskeleton, the like invincible thing, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I had that made once. Yeah, don't worry, it's no big deal." And then he makes him president, and then all of a sudden, like he's just getting into Reese's head, and he's like, "I'm actually going to take your body now," and like just the way like he goes from being your best buddy to like trying to murder you, like in just the blink of an eye, is really really funny. Like it's really cleverly written, and the way like he acts offended, like when Reese tries to fight back against that, like and doesn't go along with it, is really great. Like he's like, "Man, I thought we were friends," you know. Like it's so funny, like, and it's really clever, but.
See, when I didn't trust Jack, he just pretends to be your friend the entire time. He's like, "Yeah, we're friends. Oh, don't worry about that last time. Don't worry about it. Oh, go sit in my chair." Like he just fucking bullshits you like a used car salesman the entire time.
Yeah, when you choose to be his friend, like it comes across like he's building this like actual rapport, but like. In the back of your mind, you're always like, he's gonna fucking do something in a minute. Like, you know, you're kind of waiting for it, like, and they hold off on it just so long, like, because you like a good like 2 hours before it happens, like you're thinking, okay, this is where Jack is gonna do something. This is where Jack is gonna screw me over, and he doesn't. And just as you're starting to be like, oh, now it's going bad for Reese because he realizes Jack is kind of a shithead, and now he's his best friend, and he's going to have to work with Jack and just put up with him, and then Jack turns on you. Like, I just really like the way they did that. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, like, I don't think anyone here is going to get behind Borderlands with me. So
nope, Witcher 3.
I think Witcher 3.
Tales from the Borderlands is a very close second.
It's really it's closer than it should be.
Yeah,
like
here,
a fucking Telltale game.
Let me be fair.
A fucking Borderlands game too.
We need it. This is running. This is already an hour and a half.
Yeah, let me be fair. Witcher wins because it's like consistently good. Like Tales from the Borderlands only doesn't cut it because like that first little bit was really kind of rough. All right, so winner of best writing is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
We have two more to get through.
Runners up, Tales from the Borderlands and Her Story. We have best written character next. Honestly, I bet a lot of these are going to be quick to blow through.
I think again, because there's some games with multiple things, we should cut it down to one.
Let's just go
once we
okay.
do. Yeah.
All right. Best written character, we have Toko from Danganronpa, another episode, Ultra Despair Girls. Hannah Smith from Her Story. Sigmund from The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. I'm not going to try to say his last name.
Extra.
Okay. Dee Dee from The Phantom Pain. Frequency Vibrations from NBA 2K16. Papyrus from Undertale. Mary O from Super Mario Maker. Metaton from Undertale. Davey from The Beginner's Guide. Loaderbot from Tales from the Borderlands. Sans from Undertale. Nick Valentine from Fallout 4. Inspector Jenks from Contradiction. Fiona from Tales from the Borderlands. Rico Rodriguez from Just Cause 3. Mario Frigo from Just Cause 3. Cassie Cage from Mortal Kombat X. And Geralt from The Witcher 3.
John, you missed one? You missed
one
number
more.
19?
The one more.
How about all of you kiss my fucking ass?
But it's the winner.
John Taffer is not a video game character.
He should be.
Not yet.
Once they release the official John Taffer mobile game, then he will be up for best character.
You know what it would be? It would just be Tapper, but it would be called the Taffer, and it would just be John Taffer, like, fucking dealing fucking drinks.
All right, well, let's talk about this next year.
We've got a new entry on the list.
Yeah, and this one's actually eligible, so...
Yeah, John Machonsky from WWE 2K16 from Tumblr/Twitter user Dapper's Dens, create a wrestler. And no, we're not giving a fucking award to a created character of me again.
I feel like we have to discuss that. So we'll get to John Machonsky later on, but let's just take a look at the rest of these characters.
All right, we're
John's the winner in our hearts.
Jesus Christ.
He may retain his title.
Yeah, let's just see what happens. Let's keep going.
All right, so let's do the thing where we cut characters from multiple games.
I don't think... Should we do that here? Are there really that many multiples?
No, we can blow through this real fast.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think we're gonna have the problem like we did last time.
All right.
Okay.
How about we just go through it and just say yes or no for a bunch of these, because we could probably cut like half of this. Like
I think we should just do what we've been doing. It will go quick.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Mike, you go first.
Mario.
Okay.
Yeah. Does she even have any written dialogue?
No. Niall.
Frequency Vibrations.
God, that fucking game's writing is not that good.
It was funny to bring him up, but no.
Yeah.
Michael.
Where did it go? Davey from Beginner's Guide, because I don't think any of us played it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Toko from Danganronpa because I didn't even put her on here. I think Niall did because we were just like we just started the Game of the Year list, and I like mentioned I kind of like Toko and
Yeah, that's why
what's
she
her
was on
name?
there.
Sisters like rapport here and there at times, and then we just put her on here, and then like by the end of the game, I was just like, oh. So
To clarify, by written, do we mean like the actual writing, or do we mean just the character's good? Because Diamond Dog doesn't speak.
It can be both, I think.
Yeah, I think I don't think we should adhere to the best writing.
character. We could just
Yeah,
make
best
it
Best
character.
character.
Fucking
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
I mean, the John Machonsky character doesn't have any writing.
Right,
the
so we want to
fuck-
make
oh
sure
my
John
fucking
Chomsky's
God.
still eligible.
I
Yeah.
swear to God. I swear to God.
All right, back to Mike.
After this weekend that I fucking had, really?
Dee Dee.
Cosimono, your turn.
I could get down with
it's
cutting DD.
Yep.
Fucking Diamond Dog's so good, but all right.
All right,
Really, it's just what you're able to do with Diamond Dog.
sure. Niall.
Let me see here. I'm gonna cut Rico Rodriguez.
All right.
Hell yeah.
You're the only one who played Just Cause, so. Michael. I don't know how to do the cross-out thing. I'm sorry.
That's what is it? Alt Shift 5 or something? I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll do that next time. I'm sorry.
Let's cut Cassie Cage.
All right, I just wanted to give her a shout out because I think what they do with the new characters in Mortal Kombat X is really cool, and Cassie is like the best example of that. Having like Johnny Cage's and Sonya Blade's daughter be the main character of the new game, basically, and have her like save the world, and she's this really great like spunky character who. You know, she really takes parts of her dad and parts of her mom, and then there's all these other characters that she like leads to victory. It's a like that story is like 100% better than it should be. It's really
cool.
good. Like MKX is a great game.
That's cool. It's good to see they're able to follow 9.
Yeah, so I wanted to give the writing to that game and Cassie especially a shout out. I'm gonna pull a fucked up move, and I'm gonna move to just cut Papyrus.
Sure.
I was actually going to say we should keep Papyrus.
Really?
I think Papyrus is the best character in that game.
I do
I
too,
mean,
but
I don't know. I like Sans and Metaton more, so I don't know.
I feel like
No,
if you
I
want
mean,
something from
someone else.
Undertale on this list, you might want to play to the people who don't love it as much.
yeah, if you were going to argue for someone on Undertale, I would hear an argument for Papyrus over Sans or Metaton, personally.
I think Sans' best stuff is in the Genocide run, and I don't think any of us actually played that.
I don't know. This is. I just need to say this is like so frustrating because I feel like I'm letting the fans down.
Dude, it's about the four of us in this Skype call.
You know what? I can hear an argument for Sans. I'm sort of thinking about it now. I like those jokes.
I like Sans, and I like Papyrus. And I like Sans more.
That's what I'm saying. Then cut Papyrus.
Okay, yeah.
All right. If you want to cut Papyrus, sure.
Okay, Kazumano.
No, cut Sans. Now you cut Metaton.
I want to cut Geralt.
Yeah, I think
Ooh.
Sigmund is a better character.
I think player
really-
characters in RPGs are not as much characters. I think
He's a blank
Geralt
slate.
has a lot of personality to him.
Sure.
But I think it's so user definable that it's kind of
That's
hard
true.
to nail down.
Yeah,
As
he's
far
a,
as
he's,
the
a,
def-
he's,
as far
he's a
as-
blank slate, and you
Yeah.
just kind of apply what you want.
Yeah.
Guess who else is a blank slate? I'm gonna slide right in and say, cut me.
Nope.
Fuck.
Nope.
Stop.
No.
Miles'
No.
turn.
No.
Oh my god.
My turn. I'm gonna cut Metaton.
Fair. I think all the bits with Metaton are like the most funny bits in
Hey,
that game.
who wants to hear an idea from Mike?
Okay.
What?
What if it was Loaderbot, Sans, and John Machonsky?
How about it's Loaderbot Sans and Inspector Jenks?
John Machonsky.
How about it's Loaderbot, Sigmund Dijkstra, and Inspector Jinx?
How about it's Loaderbot, Sans, and Fiona? I think we need to keep cutting more.
Okay,
Yeah.
I agree.
All right. Okay. Whose turn was it?
I think we know who our winner is, though.
Yeah. Who just went?
I just went. It's your turn.
Okay.
Michael.
Mario Frigo.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
really
who the
funny,
fuck is
but
that?
He's the comic relief best friend. There's a really great moment early on in that game where, and you're just blowing stuff up, and he's dancing in the street with his little boombox beside him, and people are walking by throwing coins into his hat, and there's just like little sparkles coming out every time. It's just really fucking stupid. But I'm okay letting him go.
All right. My turn. John Machonsky.
No way.
Let me live.
Okay.
Okay, I'm
Please.
okay with John Machonsky getting cut.
Oh my god.
Thank fuck.
He wins in our hearts.
hearts. He's the real winner,
Holy
Mike.
shit! Leave me alone.
He wins in our
Oh
hearts.
my god.
We
All right,
should have had a
come on.
resurgence of Bad John. Bad John should be the
No.
winner every year.
Fuck right off. Mike, your turn. I need to go to fucking bed soon. I have work.
We still have another one of these to go.
I know, and I want to die.
Hannah Smith.
Sure.
Sure.
All right. Niall.
I'm gonna cut Nick Valentine.
Okay.
Yeah, he's good, but there's a lot of that game does what he does. You're just like he's just the first real introduction to it of the guy who talks like this. See, and I talk like this. See, kind of like
All
that.
right. We have 5 more, so these.
Valentine's great. You're all fucking crazy.
Do you want to read
I'll murder all of
who we have, John?
All right. Yeah. The last bits we have are Sigmund from Witcher, Loaderbot from Tales of the Borderlands, Sans from Undertale, Inspector Jenks from Contradiction, and Fiona from Tales of the Borderlands.
I think we cut Sigmund.
Yep.
I really like Sigmund.
I
I think he's a really good example of that there is no black and white character in The Witcher. Like, he is an underground mob boss and a complete scumbag who also believes like in equality and like fairness and justice and like all this stuff. I think he's really complex. I really like Sigmund.
I didn't like him. I thought he was a scumbag.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I
he
thought he
was-
was a scumbag too, but like I appreciated the like depth to his character. Like
Yeah, like he does have some good in him. Like he's not a terrible person, but I just treated him like a scumbag criminal, and that was that.
All right.
All right.
Well,
sure.
Well, shit.
I'm just gonna say I think Loaderbot, Sans, and Jenks are the best character out of these four.
I'm fine
Fiona's
with that.
great, but I don't know.
I really like Fiona. I think she's great, but
I'm fine with those three.
Me too.
Okay.
And I think we all know the winner.
Hey, it's Loaderbot. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So the winner of best character is Loaderbot, which I'm very happy about. With runners-up Inspector Jenks from
Two-time
Contradiction
winner.
and Sans from Undertale. Yeah, I mean Loaderbot is fucking rad. Fuck right off. God damn it, they changed it to Loaderbot Chonsky.
Move on.
Okay. And our last category from...
Let's get this over with.
Yeah, shit. Our last category is character most similar to nails on a chalkboard.
and immediately I'm noticing somebody is missing from this list.
Adam.
Well, somebody who was on this list has been taken off.
Oh,
Mike Casamano?
well, Adam.
No, I'm gonna add.
I don't see you adding anything.
Yeah, me neither.
Oh no,
Well, you should.
Niall, we talked about it. We said that
Oh,
we're
did
not
you?
gonna. Yeah, we said
Okay.
we weren't gonna do anything too heavy. Remember?
Okay, all right.
Yeah. All right. So to talk about this, we were originally gonna do a worst character, and we had some like characters that were. To be fair, it was less that they were like annoying or poorly written. It was they were really poorly handled in very like some serious topics. And I don't know. I just didn't. I personally was just like, I don't know. It feels weird bringing
Yeah, I
up like
get
the
you. I
serious
get you.
things. So these are more just like just superficially annoying characters, or just shitty characters that we just kind of like. I don't know if love to hate would be a good way to put it, but just like stuff that's not that serious.
Bad
Okay.
characters. Not necessarily, like, there's a difference between a bad character and a character who it could be fine, but had one part of their personality or existence just fucking incorrectly approached.
Yeah. So, excuse me. So the characters most similar to nails on a chalkboard. Quiet from Metal Gear Solid 5, Huey from Metal Gear Solid 5, Vic Van Leer from NBA 2K16, Lambert from Witcher 3, Warren from Life is Strange, Alphys from Undertale, Kate from Fallout 4, Tatsu from Xenoblade Chronicles X, Hannah Smith from Her Story, and the Arkham Knight / Jason Todd from Batman Arkham Knight.
What, you guys want to go through just a round of cuts and then see what's
Sure.
left?
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
Also, just to get out in front, if people are going to be like, why'd you keep Quiet on there?
Quiet don't do shit.
Quiet don't
Yeah.
do shit, and it's just, like, I don't know.
Her
It-
her existence is annoying because she exists only to be ogled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's less
Ogled?
that it's less
Ogled.
it's less that the story it's less that the story like does something terrible, and it's just like just her existence is just annoying and just the symptom of Kojima being Kojima, and I feel like that's not as serious as some other stuff that happened. But
Yeah.
yeah, let's start. Mike.
I say we cut Quiet. Because
Don't-
Quiet was like super useful from a gameplay perspective.
Sure, she was, and I took her on every mission, but I just fucking hate it.
Yeah,
Like, as a character, like
I never did, or I wouldn't purposely leave her because I thought D-Dog was better, but I would hate myself for doing it because I'm sitting there in the helicopter and she's just like bending over in
Yeah,
front of me, and it's like, great, you can't even be useful because you're sitting there trying to present to me.
Yeah, that sucks shit.
Yeah,
But I think there are 3 others on this
I
list
think
that
Quiet
are
stays for now.
I
Worse.
say try and cut someone
Yeah,
else.
cut someone else. for
all right.
now.
Kate from Fallout 4.
Oh boy.
Niall, is
chance
this
to shine.
your racism moment?
Like, so, fuck. I can't even speak. But first of all, the thing that pisses me off is they got the pronunciation of her name wrong. Like,
Of course they did.
because they always fucking do. But Cot is a drug addict, a alcoholic, just an awful like Irish stereotype in every fucking way possible. I fucking hate her. I tried to kill her as soon as I came in contact with her, but she didn't fucking die even after I did. I'm okay with letting her go from this though, because you don't have to deal with her after that first time you meet her if you don't want to.
I've never met her, and I played quite a bit.
She's
of
in a
game.
bar doing when you find her. She's in a bar fighting in like a UFC deathmatch thing.
Right.
I hate her, but she can go. I think
She's just like one big terrible racist Irish stereotype. essentially.
every negative Irish stereotype you could imagine, she is.
Yeah.
Like,
Great.
That's shit.
yeah.
That's a like, I don't know.
It's a bummer.
Somehow Assassin's Creed can kind of avoid doing that overtly. I'm surprised. Maybe I'm not surprised that fucking Bethesda can't think about those things while writing them.
I think it's
Niall.
also like
Oh.
the terrible racism against the Irish profoundly lessened in America.
So it's just like I could see them being like, oh, it's just this joke. It's a funny joke.
Yeah,
But
it'd be like, it's kind of like Mario is a fucking terrible Italian stereotype.
Right,
but
exactly.
It's just that actual racism, or maybe not all of it, but like major events of it against Italians is gone. That we can kind of,
Sure.
I guess,
Sure.
remnants of our society has the scars still there.
Yeah, like
So-
black stereotypes are still racist because
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
They're-
It's
there's
because,
still
yeah.
racism.
America.
There's still real bad racism. Yeah.
Donald Trump exists.
yeah.
He's not out there fucking talking shit about the Irish.
Yet. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, now I need to like knock on wood or something.
All right, now
I'm going to cut Hannah Smith. Kay added that to the list. Kay never explained why.
I think she did the John,
Was she?
or John could probably say why. I'm sure he has opinions.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think like
Was she really annoying, or did you just think it was just poorly written?
I thought that. Okay, I'm gonna say something that I don't know. It's a little unfair, but I'm just gonna say this. I think that the acting in that game could have been better, but not in the sense that like the actress was necessarily bad. I just feel like she was poorly directed a lot of the time, and I think that they could have had her do like more than one take, and like I don't know. I mean, a lot of it's me like really poring over that game because you can see you can see shots in that game where she like really half-assedly does things. Like she drinks from coffee cups, and it looks like she lifts the coffee, like she lifts the cup to her mouth for like a second and then puts it down. Like it's the kind of thing where like I don't know,
First of all, you should watch a YouTube channel called Cinema Sins because they fucking usually notice that stuff and rip it apart. And second of all, dude, I notice that shit in every TV show and every movie and everything, and it sometimes bothers me, but it's the reality of making stuff.
I mean, I get it's really prevalent in that game. Like I just picked that as like an example.
Sure. I mean,
I didn't feel like it
I
was.
don't think
though.
it's-
Like I didn't think it was.
I noticed it. Like I would notice her coffee cup was empty. It was very obvious because it was as light as styrofoam, so therefore.
But
it was
that's
really
not
light.
her character, though. That's an empty coffee cup.
Okay,
No, I agree.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm not necessarily talking about props. I'm just saying that like I feel like a lot of the takes that they went with in that game, and a lot of just just things that she did were like I feel like if they had just given it another take, or just if there was a slightly better direction, I think it would have been way better. Like I'm not blaming the actress. I think she did a phenomenal job with what she did because she's basically by herself. She was acting to nobody else. Like because she was just reacting to nothing. So I thought that she's fantastic at what she did there. I just think the directing should have been better, and I think they could have gone with a couple more takes because it would have been more fluid if she had like. I could
Sure,
tell
but that's not really a knock against the character either. Like that's
if it's either the character, I understand what you're saying, but is the character that annoying? Because that's the category.
I'm not saying she sticks.
Okay.
I just wanted to say like why I thought she was a little annoying.
There are categories for that.
All right. Okay. Worst game? No.
We already know who's
definitely
winning
not,
worst game.
definitely
So.
not.
Yeah.
John Chomsky. See, I'll go with that. I'll win worst game.
All right, I'm gonna get rid of Tatsu before we fucking run off the rails even harder right now.
All right, yeah. Like, I mean, I'm the only one who plays Xenoblade, so.
But it's not him, is it? It's more of just like how people interact with him.
I mean, his whole character is that he's hungry all the time. So that's fucking annoying. And then he starts talking about food, and then someone mentions that he looks like food, and then he goes, "I'm not food. Tatsu not food. Tatsu is." I want to blow my fucking brains out every time he does that.
It sounds like it's a terrible anime
Yeah.
stereotype fucking shoved into that game.
It's bad. It's really bad, and like I just at least wanted to mention that it was a fucking stupid ass writing choice, but it doesn't. He doesn't fly. I'm going to vote for. I'm just gonna say we get rid of Vic Van Leer because I mean that whole thing that like everything I heard about that was from other people and it just sounded really stupid in almost a funny way.
I saw bits and pieces of it and it's real stupid.
All right, well, okay, no, hang on, let me do it myself here. It's Alt Control or Alt
Shift 5.
Alt Shift 5. There we go. Yeah, I did it. I'm all grown up now.
Great.
Do y'all want to just go through what we have here already? All right, here, I'll read off what we have. We have Quiet, Huey, Lambert, Warren, Alphys, and the Arkham Knight.
I feel pretty strongly that Warren from Life is Strange should be on this list. He's insufferable.
All right.
Yeah.
Tell us about him.
Okay, so Warren is your sort of clingy, like, dude who has a very obvious crush on the main character and who is just, like, totally, like, unwilling to let it go when she shows no interest whatsoever in him. Just
he's a fuckboy.
Yeah, he is. He's like white. He's like the worst white knight. Like he even refers to himself as a white knight at one point in the game. And
he'd be the guy like 3 years from now complaining about how every girlfriend zones him.
Yeah, and like there is a great moment near the end of that game where you are interacting with him for the last time and your choices are to hug him, to kiss him, or to show him no affection, and pressing that button to show him no affection is the most satisfying part of Life is Strange. It is
like I want to say in the first episode or maybe it's the second, there's a moment where like he tries to protect you but he like goes out of his way to do it, and like I will protect you, like he doesn't actually try to do it necessarily. He wants to make sure he is trying to protect you in hopes that you'll give him some.
Yeah, and then he gets his shit kicked out of him. Like,
yeah, and he gets beat up anyway, and it doesn't actually do anything. So
he sucks. He's awful.
He's a shitty character.
All right, that sounds pretty great.
I think this list is Warren, Lambert, and either Huey or Quiet.
I don't think Lambert is on this list. I think he's a dickhead and a total jackass, but like
fucking shitbag.
I think he's written like intentionally to be that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if we're gonna like start decrying The Witcher for having assholes, we're gonna just fucking be here all day, you know?
We might as well just say the cast of The Witcher. Like
Sure, okay. Then yeah. I just fucking hated him. I hated every interaction I had with him. I thought he was there's only like one or two like lines he utters that isn't fucking like, can I just attack him and kill him? He's not even, I don't know. I just never liked him. And I don't even know how he became a fucking Witcher.
Well, he like, you know.
Yeah, I know they kidnap him and they're kids,
I mean like
Jedi
he's
do, but
generally set up as like the antithesis to Geralt in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Like he's everything Geralt is not, and I think he's a decent contrast in that light to him.
All right. Well, then
Okay.
we'll get rid of Lambert.
Um,
Which one is Alfie's? Is Alfie's the science dinosaur?
Yeah, the one
Yep.
who when you're walking through, I forget what the area is called, but you keep
Hotland.
you keep getting the like Facebook or tweets or whatever.
Right.
That's Alfie's.
If this were me, it would be Warren, Huey, Quiet. But that's me.
I think Warren and Quiet for sure. I don't think the Arkham Knight is gonna hang here.
Yeah, that's a bummer. I think that's more of a failure of the game's writing than the character itself, which I guess is one and the same.
I mean, I don't know, because like I feel like the Arkham Knight is like barely a character until you find out who he is, and then it's just basically like, oh, they just did the Jason Todd thing again. All right.
And it's like Troy Baker doing his A voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was just sort of like well, we can't have Scarecrow be the only villain. Here you go. It seemed like a fucking add-on. Like halfway through development, they're like, oh, we can get another villain. DC says so. So they said, let's get this guy.
I thought it was going to be Talia. I thought that would have been better.
Yeah, I already knew who the Arkham Knight was. So going in, I already knew it was Jason Todd. So none of that was that fucking Revatoil. There's a word there. I can't say it.
Revelatory.
Mm-hmm. Those are words.
Yeah. Some of
I
the
still
best.
Can't say it. I like when he was revealed to be Jason Todd. I was like, oh yeah, I remember reading that at one point in like a wiki. I thought Huey was worse than Alphys.
Ah, man, Huey's just like Huey is the same. Huey is the Lambert argument, you know?
I never thought Huey was that kind of a whiny character. I've watched some of Peace Walker's cutscenes, and he doesn't appear to be that shitty. He is a shitty person, but like he fucking shifts it into another gear when he's just like, "You're all monsters, Snake. How could you?" I don't know how much you guys played, but there's a point where everyone on Mother Base gets the voice disease. And you, as Snake, have to go in and kill them all. You realize you have to kill them all, and while you're doing it, they're your own soldiers. And while you're doing it, like Huey's on the fucking inner walkie-talkie yelling at you, like, "How could you do it, Snake?" Despite the fact that he knows if these people say anything, the world could all die off. So he's sitting there being a shitbag to you, trying to guilt trip you, even though he knows this is a terrible disease that could kill everyone. So I like that moment, and I forget why. I think he tries to betray you, and you just send him off on a boat, and he's still like calling everyone monsters, like, "Oh, you betrayed yourselves," and he's just fucking like, "Why? Like, where did this come from?"
Man, speaking of characters interrupting you during gameplay,
Good one.
thank you. I was proud of that one. I think Alphys has to be on this list. Holy shit!
I didn't think that was that annoying. I didn't really. Alfie's just didn't register for me. It was just like, oh, this is a cute character. Okay.
I think that game that character represents like everything I do not like about that game. Like Alphys is like twee and like constantly like aware in a way that is fucking obnoxious, and to like have her like interrupt the game part with her fucking like fangirl shit is just too much. Like that, there's nothing wrong with the idea of that character on the surface, but the way they just like hammer it home throughout the entirety of that sequence, it's exhausting.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. If that had just been playing while you were walking, and you didn't have to thumb through it, I thought it would have been better.
Or if it was like an optional thing you could read, and then I probably would have read all of it, like on my own. But to just like stop dead in your fucking tracks through this kind of already kind of overlong sequence, it's just, man, this is the same joke. This is the same joke that I didn't really get to begin with, and it just keeps going. And I think that, like, John, you keep talking about this character having like some kind of redemption, some kind of evolution, like gated past the pacifist ending, but I don't know if that redeems the first impression.
I was gonna ask that because, like, I honestly I understand how y'all feel, and I was just gonna say, like, you know, how does knowing that she acts like that because she has, like, she's so anxious because of all this fucked up shit she pulled and how she needs to make it right, and then she, fixes, not really fully fixes it, but does the best she can. Like,
I think that I don't think that helps.
It.
I think the way you're putting it, and this might just be the way you're putting it, and not like the way the game presents it. I think that's a case of sort of going back on a joke, like not committing to this thing, and like turning it into like this thing that like I was talking about earlier, where it's pathos for pathos' sake and recontextualizes a joke in a way that makes the joke less funny and makes the pathos sting less as a result.
I don't know. I disagree. I think it's like almost good character development in the sense that like this character.
But is it development, or is it just, hey, you thought this was this thing? Well, maybe it's this thing. Like, is it something that happens gradually, or is it just like an exposition dump?
I mean, that depends on. I mean, did you feel that like finding all those like little like plaques with all the monster information? Did you find, or the information about the war and all that? Did you think that was an exposition dump, or did you think that was good?
I think that was an exposition dump that also kind of took me out of the game. Like, it wasn't all in one place, and I had to just like keep going and thumb through the next thing, and then go to the next thing, go to the next thing.
Because traveling through the lab and like as you're solving the puzzles, you find more like logs that Alfie's wrote about like, experimenting on the monsters and coming to the realization that she did something wrong and all this stuff. I thought that was pretty natural, and it was this natural evolution of like.
But all that's
why she's
optional.
Like that.
All that's optional, isn't it? Like, you don't, like, the part that Mike is specifically not enjoying is you have to play that, but you may not get the part you're talking about.
It is profoundly mandatory.
Yeah, you have to play through that Alfie section where she constantly is updating her Facebook. You don't have to play through the amalgamation part. And it sounds really interesting, and I kind of wish that was in the main game. Because if I had played through that, and then went through the sequence where she's constantly updating her Facebook, it would have made me care about that character a lot more. Whereas through the Facebook part, I was just like, the first few times and a couple times, I liked the joke, but it was just more like, oh, another one, oh, another one, oh, another one, oh, that one was okay.
It goes on way too long, for sure.
Yeah.
DJ Khaled was just really excited about that joke. He was just like, another one.
Jesus. I thought he was lost at sea on a wave race or something.
He got back. He's safe now.
Did he really?
Yeah, he got back. And he wasn't really lost at sea. He was lost like just off the coast of Miami.
Yeah, he was like underneath a fucking bridge, and he's like, I'm so lost, I can't see anything. Yeah. Just fucking, all of Miami is a port, asshole. Go to a fucking beach. God.
Maybe the J stands for John.
Stop.
What if DJ Khaled won Best Character?
D. John Khaled.
Stop. Also, I'm fully for DJ Khaled winning Best Character of the Year, because holy shit.
Dark Dreams don't to Jonathan Khaled.
God
Stop.
damn it. Stop it. Which one's the worst character?
Is Alfie's the one over Huey?
No, listen. Let me just say this.
That's the decision.
Let me say this. Even though it is optional, knowing that information about Alfie's, like, I know it doesn't completely, like, redeem her in your eyes and, like, fix that gameplay segment. But,
some might say not at all.
Like, I don't know, like, do you really think that she's as bad as Huey being such a fucker?
Huey is only, like, you can only find that if you play through a whole shit ton of the game. Like, even the moment I described is, like, past chapter 1... deep into
still
chapter
part of
2.
the game, though.
It is definitely
Sure.
still part of the main game, and I think that's a fair point to bring up, even though I didn't make it past the super hard Skulls truck thing, because
Sure.
I hated
Fuck
it.
that.
But like, yeah, man, like Huey just being kind of like a piece of shit. Like, whatever. There's some real pieces of shit in fucking Metal Gear Solid 5. Like, hey, maybe we should swap Huey out for Skullface, then we can have a conversation. You know? Or like for Miller, Miller just being this weird asshole out of nowhere.
Yeah, okay. I would fucking, yeah. Do you want to not put Alfie's or Huey and just put Miller on this
No,
list?
I think Alfie's is more annoying than Miller. I
don't.
Man, Metal Gear Solid 5 is a fucking bummer.
Miller is there all the fucking time. You're bringing him back? Piece of
Yeah, but,
shit.
like,
you
you-
told me to bring these people back.
But you can like play the game while he's like talking at you, And I think that's actually like a big plus for Metal Gear Solid 5 is that it's not a hard stop while you scroll through this text. It doesn't take control out of you. That's what I hate about that's what I hate most about the Gears of War games is the part where you have to walk super slow and put your finger to your ear and go, Anya! That sucks. I hate that. And this is maybe just personal taste, but I think adding that to a not funny character compounds that like tenfold.
All right, let me stop you here though. Let me just like I said, I'm just trying to get all the information out of you here.
Yes.
Because like I said, I feel you, but okay, I had a point, but I fucking lost it.
Yeah, because it's like 12:45, and we still have to decide the 10 best games of the year.
Was it the gameplay or is it the actual character that you didn't like?
Was. Yeah, was it more the gameplay, or do you just do you dislike Alfie's, or do you dislike that you got stopped playing?
It was both.
If that
I don't think the two are
Metaton-
mutually exclusive.
If that had been Metaton, but he was making not great jokes and interrupting you, would you still have Alfie's on this list?
Yeah, man. I don't think Alfie's. I think Alfie's has one joke, and
you don't think it's good.
I don't think that joke is good. And the fact that they fucking multiplied that joke like times 10, and then like made it the front and center piece of whatever you're playing at that moment by making it the only thing you can do, it does that character's one joke no favors, and that joke is not something I'm interested in hearing to begin with.
Niall, I think because I don't feel strongly either way against Huey or Alfie's.
I don't feel
Niall,
particularly strongly either way either, which is like, I don't like Huey at all. Like I think he's a piece of shit. I really don't like him, but I don't think Alfie's is funny either, and I got really annoyed too being stopped.
And I think Huey is supposed to be a piece of shit. I think Alfie's is intended to be funny and is not.
Yeah, I think that's maybe like. I think Huey, you can maybe make the Lambert argument again that like he is written to be just unlikable. Where I don't think they're trying to make you like Huey or overly sympathize with him. Like he is whiny and he is obnoxious, but I don't feel like Kojima was like, "Oh, we're gonna make you like Huey" or anything like. Whereas I feel like with Alfie's, it was supposed to be like you are supposed to find this funny, or you're supposed to see yourself in this, or something. But again, I don't feel so strongly about Alfie. Like Alfie's was not the worst part of that game for me either, you know. So I don't know. This is tough. Undertale keeps throwing us into these really tough situations.
It is a divisive game amongst this group of people.
I think after hearing, I think after hearing Niles and John and Mike's explanations, like I think it's Alfie's.
All right, like I said, I think that's fair. I just wanted to like give Alfie's a chance, basically.
I don't think Alfie's is terrible. I just think she's poorly utilized.
I think so too. Yeah, very poorly utilized.
And I think she's terrible.
Nails on a chalkboard.
Anyway, what about Warren winning? Because I didn't play that game, but like everything Niall said, I'm like, oh man, fuck this dude.
I hate Warren. Warren is the absolute worst. At least Quiet can be useful in a mission.
Yeah, Quiet's. I think Quiet's useful, and I think at the very end of her little part in that game, they cap off her character and actually make her interesting, which almost makes all the fucking objectification worse, because it's like, oh, there was a cool character underneath all that. Great. But they fucking, like, she could have really made that narrative wherever it is in that fucking game, because it's not there for a very long time. Yeah. They could have made that narrative a layer more interesting instead of just have it be the Metal Gear bullshit that it is. Yeah. And they decide to take that nice little narrative line and slap a huge pair of fucking tits on it and put a thong on it and have it bend over in front of you and ride around. Yeah. But Warren's like Quiet is something that's been happening in video games, especially Kojima games, for a long time, and I don't think anybody fucking wanted to put up with that, whoever played that game, but Warren is a complete fuckboy. Okay. Like, just terrible.
All right.
He's awful.
Yeah.
So,
Warren is the kind of dude you like cheer when he gets beaten up. Like he's just awful.
Like, oh yeah, you deserve to get fucking punched, you ass.
Okay. To wrap up our day 3 deliberations,
Fuck.
the winner of best moment, scene, or level, the Bloody Baron quest line from Witcher 3, with runners-up the Mettaton boss fight and the finger gun battle. Best rating was Witcher 3, followed up by Her Story and Tales from the Borderlands. Best characters, Loaderbot, followed up by Sans and Jenks. And most annoying characters, Warren, followed up by Quiet and Alphys.
Oh boy.
Alright, everyone. This is a long-ass episode, and I'm really fucking scared to record the next one.
4 hours. Here we go.
Here's to you, Nicola and Bob.
Alright. Stop singing that, because we're going to get sued. Tomorrow's categories are Worst Game and our Top 10 Games of the Year.
Bloodbath.
It's time for us to fucking die. All of us. Thanks for listening, everyone, and tune in tomorrow for those 2 categories. And, we're gonna get fucking sued!